Big Wrestling fans, this is Rick Blade telling you to tune in with BJ and DG, best wrestling talk on YouTube.
PWU
Welcome
Studio
back,
Session
everybody.
show.
BJ here, DG over there.
What is going on, everybody? And now, like we talked about on Sunday and kicked the show off with, we can finally talk about PWU Studio Session. I'm excited about it. And as sometimes always, Chef the Ref is here as well. How are you doing there, brother?
I'm doing well, sitting here patiently waiting for my introduction.
Just be glad I gave you
Now
one.
I can crack my Fago.
So, now that we are here and we can finally talk about this, just
Should
real
I
quick.
do it? Let's start off and
All right. If you gotta ring the bell now,
we gotta start it. Ring the bell.
And we are here. And you know what? Since one of our special guests have just arrived, I say we kick off with that.
Why not?
So-
I say we do that too.
Chef, would you like to do the introductions?
I will. This woman is a legend in the industry. She is an ECW original. She is the Prodigette. She is Angel Orsini.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Welcome.
I am doing great. Thanks for having me, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Thank you for joining us. It is a pleasure to have you on the show. And before we go much further, real quick, I would like to show the stuff about the Hall of Fame induction that you did for the announcement for Mercedes Martinez. So I will roll that real quick.
Lovely seeing you as always. Look at that. Amazing. I think you have something to say to these nice people.
How you doing? Hey, so yeah, I'm over here. I'm taking care of business every day. I'm also co-founder of the Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame. And it's my honor and my privilege to give notice to a very dear friend of mine, a sister of the ring, and an amazing, amazing, talented woman wrestler. If you will, Mercedes Martinez.
Her back in the early 2000s.
All right. So I will let you guys take it from here with her. Again, thank you for joining us for this.
You're welcome. I'm glad to be here. You know, I'm the Gamad. I got to spread the love
You are.
around, you know?
We appreciate that so much. And first off, why don't you tell us a little more about the Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame and why that got started up and how it got started up?
So it's really important for people to remember where they come from. If you don't know your history, then you don't fully appreciate where you find yourself in the
Right.
business. Like the business and women's wrestling, it didn't just hatch out of an egg and we find ourselves here at this point in time. You know, there was a lot of pushback and it was a struggle for women to get representation and have a place on a show. It started with Mildred Burke, who would beat the crap out of dudes at the circus, at the carnival. And we can't forget that. She created that spot. She awed those audiences, but not just her and not just the fabulous Moolah. But then you look at the 50s and the 60s and you have Babs Wingo, Marva Scott, and Ethel Johnson, African American women who are wrestling during segregation. I mean, if you cannot admire the courage that it took for those women and give honor to the NWA for making it happen, I
Right.
mean, we got to acknowledge that. We got to acknowledge these women who broke those barriers. And then, boom, they broke those barriers. And that's why we have what we have today. And not just because they broke those barriers, but then the women who came up right behind them that said, oh, they made a space for us. Let's make it more. Let me get my friends and let's all go to wrestling school and let's make it more and have great wrestling matches. And, you know, I will tell you when I started in the mid 90s in
Hmm.
wrestling, there were not there were no women wrestling dudes.
No, it was a
And
very different
I was
environment.
one, yeah, I was, and no women were doing hardcore wrestling. In fact, I had to go to Japan and see women over in Japan wrestle and do strong style just to see anything other than a bunch of hair pulling and, you know,
Hmm.
cat fighting rolling on the ground, and actually having people do spots and do real legitimate moves the dudes were doing. So
Right.
when I saw that in Japan, I was like, yo, I brought that back, because I was in MMA. I wasn't a pro wrestler yet. And then I had the great fortune of finishing my last 6 weeks of training with Joni Lee Lauer, China, and that
Awesome.
was my first match. And
That's
so that
amazing.
was a new era right there. Luna Vachon, China,
Jazz, I
sign
believe.
me up. And it was like perfect. So I started the Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame with some of my friends because I need to make sure we remembered what it was like before then,
Hmm.
because we can't go back to that.
Right.
And we need to encourage the women that are here today to stay and to grow it and do the same thing. So hopefully, I hope that by giving love, honor, respect, and recognition to these women, that will continue to inspire athletic women to pursue women's wrestling and keep this going and growing.
Yeah, this is not a new thing for you. There's a famous promo that you cut back in the day about the way women are treated in wrestling that is still out there for people to view. And it seems like you're still very passionate about this, as evidenced by you even coming to the show and inducting Mercedes Martinez into the Hall of Fame. Why don't you tell us a little bit about why Mercedes got chosen?
So Mercedes is always, I mean, there are some people when you meet them, you're like, oh yeah, they got it. They're going all the way. And there's very, it doesn't happen all the time. It's like lightning in a bottle. It happens. And Mercedes Martinez, when I met her and I saw her work, I recognized it
Hmm.
immediately. She was trained at Jason Knight School. And, I helped train her whenever I was in town. And it's always been an honor to be in the ring with her. There's never been a moment in time that I have ever been in the ring with that woman where she was not giving 1,000% of all that she is, body, soul, and spirit into the match.
And that was quite a
And
few
so
matches you had with her.
yeah, and it shows. You can tell that by watching her matches. They're extraordinary. And it's because of that effort and that dedication. And that's why, I didn't choose her, by the way. I make
Okay.
nominations, but there's a committee.
Okay.
I can only make nominations just like even fans can make nominations. But it's undeniable that she has affected the business and made these contributions that make her worthy of it. Although I'll still kick her ass when I see her in the ring,
Well,
but that's different.
that was why I just popped back on now, was you did sit ringside after this for the match between her and Tasha Steeles for the unification of the SPO and PWU Women's Championships, which was a fantastic match, by the way. I would just like to add. But
Oh yes.
now, I would like to show kind of how that match ended and ask about that.
There might be a little controversy, you're saying?
Looking for that old drop. Countered. Shoulders down, got her.
I did not see that coming.
Here.
So now, as
Oops, I did it again.
well, so we
Sucker.
started off talking about all this, and you come out and you induct her. So now, what's the motivation behind costing her this match to where if you were going to go after her anyway, you could have also gone after the championship?
So, firstly, I didn't induct her. That was her notification letter. It's a beautiful
Okay.
letter. And it notifies her that she is being inducted in. And we, that we want to schedule that with her. So I probably won't be allowed to be there when that happens now.
I know.
At this point.
Would be
Listen,
interesting though.
I gave her notice about the induction, and then I gave her notice that I'm looking to, have
Settle
a
a few
little
old scores.
fun in the ring, if you will, that I'm
Oh,
back
really?
in business, baby. And I'm not just doing it the way it was, because she's not the way she was. It's a new season. It's a season of the Gamad. Okay.
Hey,
So
And
is it safe to say that this rivalry isn't over?
hell no, it's only just begun.
That's what I like to hear.
Let's get it going again. Come on, everybody loves it. Are you kidding me? Like you ain't gonna be there watching that with your popcorn and enjoying that.
might have to make up a special
Absolutely.
ragu for that.
You make a special sauce for that, exactly.
So
Absolutely.
then, I feel like I need to ask, when did the thought pop in your mind that you knew you were going to do this? You knew you were going to sit ringside. Was this something that happened while watching the match, or was this all planned from the start?
Yeah, no, actually, I was sitting there and I was watching and I was like, man, I was reminiscing about all these things, and I was like, I think I need to put my hat in the ring, if you will, and say, I'm not going to be forgotten or cast aside. And just because I am co-founder and an ambassador of the Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame, it doesn't mean that I'm still not wrestling. I did not retire, people.
Ooh.
I never heard an announcement.
No,
Oh, all right.
that's right.
You heard it
So,
here first.
I want in, and I will
What I
not be
like to hear.
denied. If I say I want in, yo, I'm the
I want
Gamad.
to see.
I
I want to
know.
see it. I want to see the Gumar get her hands on Mercedes Martinez once again. I think this is a match that needs to happen, and sooner rather than later.
And the soonest time could be October 25th, back at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy. If it does happen that soon, I
I
would
don't
certainly
know.
hope so.
I don't know. Nobody called me. So I'm just saying, my phone ain't ringing yet. So we'll
That's
see.
criminal.
They got
That is-
time. Yeah. And I'm not just coming for Mercedes. I got a
coming
belt.
for the whole
I got a bunch
division.
of belts. I'm
I
I'm
noticed
coming
that one
for
behind you
people.
right there. What's that
That
one behind you right there?
that is the Native Ways belt right there, Women's World Championship. This is a beautiful belt.
Ooh,
It's
yes,
gorgeous.
it is.
Yes, it
That
is.
is
Yeah.
quite lovely.
And I'm also still the Centerline champion and the new Evolution Women's champion. So, I'm ready to go. I'm a belt collector.
All right.
I like beautiful things. So,
Obviously.
and I'm not afraid to put it on the line and pound somebody's face in to get what I want.
It's what
You
we
know, I
love to
prefer
hear.
choking people out or stretching them out a little bit. You
Whatever you
know,
got to do.
that's kind of like my style. It's a little bit of stretching, you know, a little bit of.
So would this also be putting Tasha Steeles on notice to say that you could at one point be coming for her championship as well?
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Yeah, nobody's safe. You know, I'm an equal opportunity ass kicker. So, yeah, and I need more belts because, you know, every day is a gift from God, and I'm still strong and slaying all day every day. But, you know, there may be a time one day in the future when I can't. So I got to do while I can do. So this I must do and I will do. How you doing?
How you doing? We need the powers that be to
Very
make
well.
this happen.
And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing all that and probably much more from you along the way because you just put an entire women's division on notice.
Oh yeah. And it's not even in the US. I got my passport, baby. I will go travel. It's not a
Taking this
problem.
worldwide.
Yeah, you know, it's been a while since I've been overseas. Last time I was there it was mostly guys that I wrestled. I think I
Oh,
was
okay.
light heavyweight championship holder for the men's division. So, you know, it would be nice to go over there and get to wrestle some European girls for a change instead of having to beat up their boyfriends. Just saying, you know.
I
But
mean,
I
That's
mean,
if
if I
you're
got to do
completely
that
fair.
too, I will, you know.
but if you're beating up their boyfriends, why would they want to get in the ring with you?
Oh, well, you know, people got vivid imaginations. Maybe they think that they figured me out and they can get me down for a 3 count. You know, everybody's got to have a dream. I'm
Sure.
not going to discourage the dreamers.
Whoever wants to step up, right?
Yeah, let's do it, baby. Get
Well, PWU, let's
some.
make this happen. Come on. Let's make at least all of these matches happen, I say.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And listen, I want to remind people that I am still the queen of tables, ladders, chairs,
Oh, yes.
setting stuff on fire. I'm still the
Mhm.
only woman to be put through a flaming table on TV.
You
So,
are. Yes, you
um,
are.
I'm ready. Pins count anywhere. Let's do another steel cage. I mean, every time I step into a steel cage, I walk out of it with a belt. So I'm good. Yeah, let's do it. You know, I saw that they were doing these Iron Woman matches and they were
Ooh.
like 30 minutes. And I was like, yo, my ladder match was like a 40-minute match. I could do if Iron Woman matches are now only 30 minutes, sign me up because actually Wrestle Mercedes, we did a 60, I think it was 64 or 67-minute match.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I can do it all day, all night, and all day and all night the next day for a week, baby. I got a gear that y'all don't even know you even have it. And I'm in it. I'm living in it.
Oh, we can
That's
see
my
that.
everyday velocity. Come on, come on.
Thresh Gecko, I don't think that's a good idea, man.
He's hardcore.
Come on, don't ruin the guy's little dream here.
Okay,
You know,
fine.
you want some?
Uh,
Make it
so
happen.
you're saying you accept. Okay, we got that on record.
Yeah, I'll take him. No problem.
I believe that.
So do you
Just
have
make sure
any?
your health insurance is good, buddy. Because
So do you have any future appearances you might like to promote or anything like that while you are here
well,
with us?
let me think about this. Super Strong, December 7th is going to be at the
Pro
Mount
Wrestling
Holly.
Star
Academy.
Academy.
Yeah. And so I will be on that show. And also the next Veteran Pro Wrestling down in I believe the next show is not Spring Hill, it's going to be Brooksville, Florida, and that's
Okay.
at the 708 Marine base there. And I will be on that show, and it's possible that I might be wrestling Mercedes Martinez. It's not confirmed yet, but it is very highly possible. So,
We'll have
and
to
there
keep.
may be more
All right,
announcements.
we'll have to keep listening for news. Angel, we thank you so much for joining us tonight. Anytime we can do anything for you, please let us know.
All right, but just let me tell you that you know, favors are expensive.
I'm sure that we owe you a favor now.
Always
right,
a
and
price to pay.
That's right. Always. Nothing's for free, baby, except for
Never is.
maybe getting a slap in the chops, you know, if you're not smart. But I want everybody to know, if you're looking to find me and connect with me online, I am the Angel Orsini on X and on Facebook and Instagram. Mwah.
Follow her everywhere.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We will have to have you back on sometime where we can talk more about your career and everything.
Cool. I would love that. Thank you, gentlemen, for having me, and have a lovely evening.
You too.
Ciao,
Thank you.
bella.
Salud. Chindan.
Thank you very much, Angel Orsini, for joining us. That was amazing being able to talk to her. Thank you for your time. We know it's very valuable, and we will make good on that favor whenever you ask it.
Or I have a better idea.
Hmm?
The Danger Ginger crew versus Angel Orsini 3-on-1.
I'm recusing myself from that match. I want no part of that ass whooping. BJ,
Come on,
that's
guys.
all
I
you
think we
got.
can take her.
No, absolutely
Look,
not.
hold on.
I know I can't.
Hold on. Before I say yes or no, here's what I have to ask. Is my 25% of the world championship on the line in this match? Because
No,
I will
but it would
stand.
make her #1 contender.
Oh, yeah, she would. All right. Anyway, that's another show and another discussion for another time, everybody.
Oh, my
We
goodness.
still
All right,
have
back on
plenty
track,
of-
everybody. We have an actual show to talk about tonight from here
which,
on.
Yeah.
which we kind of, with our time frame and getting everybody on, we talked about one of the show matches in the middle of the show first, and that's okay. But now let's rewind a little
Back
bit.
to the top.
Yes, and let's get to the pre-show.
Starting out
Which started out
pre-show.
with one
action-packed pro wrestling.
Yes, and we started off with Mike Trash coming out, welcoming everybody, telling everybody about the Pro Wrestling Star Academy and all the other feds that will be running out of there. It was a good opening for it.
Yeah, it was a standing room only crowd in there. It was definitely not a seat available. We had people that were asking, "Hey, is this one available?" No, sorry, someone's sitting there. Oh man. So
It was
yeah.
they sold out that building.
Yes, they did.
It was absolutely amazing to see that the grand opening, the first event held there, a sellout, and to the point standing room only, as you mentioned.
It was a beautiful thing.
Everybody involved, from the people in the back to the talents in the ring and even the fans, for helping create such a moment, should all be proud, and I myself say thank you. Because
we all
without
thank you.
everybody involved, fans, talents, everybody in the back, to get that building set up and ready to go, none of it would have been possible.
All right, so Mike Trash, after his comments, we move on to the first match, and it is between Nikki Primo and Robbie Rebel.
which originally was not one of the matches on the card, as we discussed during our pre-show last week. But
we knew they'd be appearing, and there we are. That was where they appeared, right at the top. BJ, from my angle, it looked like there was a pretty good amount of chain wrestling going on between these guys. That looked pretty good. What did you see from your side of the ring?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, standard back and forth, you know what I mean? Like, until it wasn't. Until it wasn't.
Well, just real quick, I would like to show a little bit of this chain wrestling we are talking about.
Let's do it.
That pressure. The very beginning of a matchup is always very important, that feeling out process, trying to see who you're in the ring with, what the strengths and weaknesses of your opponent are. Now, going again into the wrist lock. That shoulder out of the side is Robbie Rebel. For the ride.
All right, so that's on me. I kind of cued the wrong part there.
That's
a
all
couple
right.
minutes early. But just a
little bit
clip
of the
match
smack talk there.
Yeah, and you heard them talking about the exchange they just had, which was just hold for hold.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely wonderful.
After those guys were in there, they were having a pretty decent match. And then there was some other music hits, and there is a very large presence that appears at the back of the entrance ramp. And it's Cade making his appearance for the night. He comes in, this turns into a triple threat match. And referee Eddie Koloff is just like, sure, let's let this happen. I'm good with it.
Oh, give me a moment here. Let me add this.
As Cade was walking by me, I could just tell how big of a man he was. And I don't know about you, BJ, from your side of the ring, if you could see quite as big as how big he was before he hit the ring.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When he stood by the apron, like, yeah. Giant.
Yeah. Yes. So we got the expected power out of Cade that we were hoping and expecting to see. That it was on full display. He came in. Nikki Primo and Robbie Rebel, it almost looked like they were trying to team up and work together to just take him down, and they couldn't succeed at that.
So we'll show a little bit of this. This is as soon as Cade gets to the ring.
Uh-oh. Let's all bring it down here. And now, turning into a team, man. I think Primo and Robbie saw the massive humanity making their way to the ring. Decided to join forces.
So there we go. They're low. Like, these guys instantly knew what they were in for.
What a monster.
Trouble. They were in for a load of trouble. Yeah.
BJ, I believe you had a clip uploaded of another spot in this match, if you would like to show that.
If I can find that.
Well, you didn't label them, so...
I didn't think of it. I was just happy to get them uploaded.
But that's okay, everybody. This is what happens when you're live.
Oh, I think I found it. Yep.
Double just drop there. That was some power. That was what we expected to see.
Robbie Rebel is a large human being. Like, he's like got a foot on me and probably about 75 pounds.
It was basically Robbie plus Nikki.
Yeah, and
just amazing.
Just real quick, because we've already talked about one match. I was the only one that picked Mercedes Martinez to win her match. So currently, both you guys are up 1 point on me at 0.
Sure. We'll take it.
Of
Well, I
course
do
you
have
would.
some a clip from that match if we're
Oh,
not going
oh,
to touch
well,
back on
yeah.
it. But
If we want to show it real quick, let's go ahead. You
Sure.
know.
my favorite sequence from the match.
At
we
that
have it.
point, I kind of thought she had the match won.
It was a tight match, very
Oh,
close.
yeah.
Yeah. But back to the match we were talking about here. Boy, after Kate enters this match, it doesn't
It was
last
over.
much longer.
Yeah, it was a good 2 minutes tops.
Yeah,
Now,
we knew what was going to
originally-
happen.
Yeah, now originally in this match, on this show, it was supposed to be Kate versus Frankie Picard. But as always, Picard is subject to change. And and our referee allowed him to come out and join the match. I mean, I don't see that too often in wrestling. But you know what? Hey, if he's going to come interfere in the match or get involved, hey, let's just add him to it and keep it moving. I'm okay with that.
Sure.
Even
Let's
though
allow
I
it.
would have to say, since he was the biggest man out there, maybe he should have came out sooner when both guys were fresher.
Nah. Let them beat each other up for a little bit and have their fun.
I don't think it would have mattered.
Nah.
Yeah, neither
Let
do
them,
I.
let
in
them
all
both think they had a
honesty.
shot to win that thing and then come out and just mud stomp them both. That seemed to be Kate's
So-
plan, and it was a good plan.
Yeah, and Cade picks up the win. And all three of us, regardless, had picked Cade to win his match. And he did. So,
That's a win.
that gives you guys 2. And now I am on the board.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a long time coming. I do not thank any of the little people that made this moment possible. Moving on, we had a second pre-show match with Gabby Gilbert taking on Zenith. And wow, there was a great moment in this match.
There was a
And
lot of great moments in this match.
this was one that you could not stop talking about after the show or even during the intermission when I had a chance to speak with you. So take it away and give them the scoop.
So this was not too far before the finish, maybe a good minute and a half, 2 minutes before the finish. But you know what? This clip needs no introduction.
That's crazy
Insane
power.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about Zenith. I've seen her match photo, like for the match graphic, and knew her name and knew nothing else about her. And I'm a fan.
Yes. Yes, I found her after the show, and I made a point of saying, thank you, you did an amazing job tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know. There were plenty of moments that happened later in this show, though.
The show had some moments, yes.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to them all.
Yes.
That was my
And-
first half highlight.
But in the end, by hook or by crook, Gabby Gilbert picks up the win. And as
Feet on the
we know,
ropes.
yeah, and as we've been told by other wrestlers, you know, if you're not trying to cheat, you're not trying to win. And you know what? She did what it had to pick up the victory. And lo
By
and
crook it was.
behold, that puts BJ currently in the lead with 3 correct picks. Chef in second with 2. And I'm bringing up the rear with 1.
I'm going to say, I don't think that my faith in Zenith was misplaced. After
No,
seeing
not
her
at
in
all.
person, I think I had a legit shot at winning my pick on there. And if it wasn't for, you know, things happen. Feet on ropes get missed sometimes. It's a fact of life, sadly. But, you know, if it wasn't for that, you know, Zenith, I feel like, really would have won this match.
And something I overlooked in research for this match and everything was that this wasn't the first time these two were in the ring together. You know, as a matter of fact, there was a triple threat match where Zenith cost Gabby in the match to retain a championship. So there was a little bit of heat already there. We saw this unfold. Hopefully again, maybe we get to see a rematch between them in the future.
We're at the
More
early
Zenith.
stages of a nice little rivalry here, it seems like.
Yes, so I don't think this is over. I hope we get to see it again.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
And just to say, like, the 2 pre-show matches weren't insanely long, but let me tell you that for a pre-show,
They were action-packed.
not just action-packed, but crowd reactions.
Oh, yes.
You know. Oh, I can't wait to talk about JP Great. Hold on. Did you...
Johnny Grayson? Wait, Johnny now has been adopted by JP and Tommy?
I mean, maybe we're going to have to bring this up at some point down the road.
We'll get to Johnny and JP at the end of the night. That main event was something else. We'll get there. Yeah. So, yeah, the second match came to an end with Gabby's feet on the ropes, getting the 3 count. And that was that. And we move on to our main card, which starts off with the SPO tag team titles in the middle of the ring on a table. And we get Tommy Grayson coming out to address some backseat business.
And boy, was that something, right?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, yeah. I actually have a... Here we go. I got... Yes. And then
Tommy jumping up on the ropes, broken foot and everything.
The setup there for the moment. Which, look at those beautiful SPO Tag Team Championship belts, by the way. Those things are absolutely beautiful.
Yes, they are.
Oh,
We've gone to vapor.
we have turned into a wrestling ring, everybody. Not only do we cover wrestling, we are now,
wrestling.
Yes.
New channel, BJ and DG are wrestling.
You know, Tommy gave us some updates on everything going on. He does plan on returning to the ring. But in the meantime, you know, he is unable to help defend those tag team championships with his brother JP.
And they've got to be defended.
Yes, so unfortunately...
So we need new champs.
Yeah, we had... And then, as he is in the ring, cutting this emotional, having this moment with all us fans, we get interrupted.
Boom Harden, who was on the card, and his new buddy Jay George that he found. So they come in, they interrupt Tommy, and they just start cutting on. They've got their manager with them. They just start saying on and on how they just should get the title. Just hand them over. They'll take them. They'll just be the new champions.
And not exactly the way it works out, because then we have somebody we saw at the last SPO show for the first time in SPO, Flash Carter.
Also bringing his tag team partner.
Yes. The other half of the tag team, the Shot Callers, which if you do follow another company, ISPW, you do know who they are. And little did I know until after this event, was that they had just won back the ISPW Tag Team Championships the night before this. So they have showed up to PWU. They are in the back. These titles get vacated. You have Jay George and Boom Harden come out.
Flash and Boom were scheduled to face each other already.
Yes, and they were scheduled to have a match, yes. And then we have the shot callers come out.
Shots.
Just
And
tossing little Dixie cups to the crowd.
which my niece caught one, by the way.
Beautiful.
She also had her photo taken with the shot callers later on in the night. But
Nice.
what a match these two teams did put on, though. And this was not an easy match by the shot callers by any means.
No, they had just
So,
wrestled
yeah.
the night before in another championship caliber match.
Like, these young guys, absolutely great. You know, there's chemistry there. They know what they're doing in that ring together as a team.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, your winners and the new SPO/PWU Tag Team Champions, Jay Evans, Flash Carter, the Shot Callers.
Shot.
Oh, wrong. I went the wrong way on that. There we go.
Yep.
And again, what was another,
Congrats to our new champs.
which was a great opening
Yeah.
match to
Yeah.
what, again, fantastic card. The energy was through the roof the entire night, and we couldn't have started it a better way.
Yeah. I mean, Boom Harden and Jay George coming out. Jay George is not a small dude either. He is a very large man. Boom Harden, about the same size as Flash and Jay, but you figure Jay George is going to be a factor and he was absolutely a factor. But shot callers, Flash, we know he's a very intelligent guy. And he's not going to team up with somebody that he can't trust and he can't win championships with. He proved that, and the shot callers got it done.
DG was or one or the other. I can't remember who was talking about. It was talking about how well-oiled of a machine they looked as a tag team and everything. Have a little small clip of, just an example of that. I'm gonna
Sure.
pop up.
I was about to say,
What was that?
That was
I was about to say, I just lined up a clip as well to show.
All right, mine's short.
clip.
Not it.
So,
Only
now-
for
yeah.
one count there, but
So the shot callers, they've been a tag team for a little bit now, and they've got chemistry. Obviously, that seems like it was much of a big factor in this match.
And
because
here's
Boom and Jay George, obviously, it's their first time teaming together. They just did not have that chemistry on the same level at all.
And then here's another clip from that match.
The pile at the very last second.
I'm loving this tag team match right here. This is some great tag team wrestling, and if there's going to be any tag team to carry the future of Pro Wrestling Unplugged, I'm happy with either one of these tag teams at this point. But
Wait, the title just got. Sassy just
what is she
slipped the
doing?
title in.
Jay George with the title belt in hand. Oh!
Slap to the face. Oh, Sassy eats the title. That's a star's face that just got shattered. Rainbow Cutter.
Yeah, that rainbow cutter is a thing of beauty.
Oh, just fantastic. Like, I was already a fan of these guys, a fan of Flash Carter even before they teamed. And these guys, if they stay a team their entire careers, even going off winning single, they're going to do big things.
Absolutely.
Like, absolutely amazing. So now, because originally the match was only supposed to be Boom Hardy and Flash, we decided during the pre-show before going live that we would count our picks since we each had picked one person from each side. So
Yep.
in this match, myself and BJ had picked Flashcard to defeat Boom. Chef had Boom. So after discussing it, Chef does not get a point for this. We will get points because we did pick the guy from the other winning side, which now still keeps BJ building a lead.
Yep.
And allows me to at least tie up.
I will. In my own defense, I will say I was basing it on the information we had last week. And it was going to be Boom's first match as a solo wrestler in there against Flash Carter. And, I thought that was going to have Boom amped up to the next level, get him over the top there maybe. Had I known it was going to be actually tag team action and what was going to happen, I think I would have called the shot callers because of that chemistry factor that they had there. That's a big, big variable, but I will take the L.
Half a point.
Yeah, we
I've
don't
made
do no half
enough of a
points
defense
here.
that I can get a half point. Half credit. All right, so moving on to the next match, we have Music Hit, and Lavari comes out with his new client, Big Billy Gold. And wow, is he big. He is very big. They get to the ring.
I was telling you guys about him and
Yes.
how big of a dude he was last week, and I get the idea, you don't really believe it till you see it in person. And then you see
thought
him.
Yeah. I knew he was big, but yeah, you can't mentally put it together until you actually meet the guy.
Some would say you can't teach that.
There you go.
Ooh, nobody says that.
Who would?
Yeah, probably some a little annoying guy with weird hair.
So we get them hitting the ring, and the music stops, and Lavari has some choice words for a
And-
certain celebrity who's been in the news. This
Shall
past-
I play it?
You shall.
Here's that copyright.
Over Rolo, mostly because he's laying on the ground.
I'm sorry. Are we at a Fall Out Boy concert? I thought y'all, this is what happened when y'all broke up. Okay. I'm sorry, you're acting very goth right now. Anyway, listen, before we start this match, nah, we ain't doing all that. But if a few of you want to know, Jimmy Kimmel was talking smack about me. Did y'all hear about that? So, Mr. Jimmy Kimmel, you have time on your hands now because you don't have a TV show anymore. So therefore, I challenge you to the ring, Jimmy Kimmel. Let's go. So Jimmy Kimmel, take it on. But in the meantime,
So, we have Lavari challenge Jimmy Kimmel to a match. I am hoping he responds. Jimmy Kimmel, please respond and say yes so we can have you versus Lavari at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy under the PWU banner. I will this into the universe.
I don't think Jimmy Kimmel's going to have time to respond. I think he's got shows to put together now.
Yeah.
Now that
Yeah,
he's
he
been
did get
reinstated.
he did get his job back. And now let's not forget to mention that Billy Gold is the Mawa heavyweight champion
yes,
currently.
Yes, he is. Came in with that belt, looking fabulous with it. And I forgot to mention, Rulo did enter the ring first, actually, as you saw
Yes.
Lavari commenting with the Fallout Boy look and everything. So Rulo's in there, and Big Bill comes in. Match gets going, and these guys were really going at it. Rulo was doing his best. Like BJ said in the preview show, guy's a ball of energy, right?
This guy got in way
yeah.
more offense than I expected. But
But yeah,
Just-
size difference is everything
Oh,
in
yeah.
the end for
Yeah.
this. And myself and Chef did pick this match correctly, as Big Billy Gold would pick up the win.
I had to let you guys gain a little bit of ground.
Yeah, right. BJ was doing too well.
Yeah, but we do have another special guest. There is something that happens after this match, which we will get back to. But I would like to bring on now your current Skywalker champion, the man who teamed with Rick Blade after having a match with him, the one, the only, Pat Dynamite. Pat, how are you doing? And thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
So, what was it like going into Saturday night knowing that you were going to be facing the legend who is Rick Blade and the current SPO/PWU world champion?
There was a lot on my mind. On one side, I felt like I had a lot to prove to myself because it's, I really respect that era of wrestling and Rick Blade and the generation that he comes from. But on the other side of the coin, I did feel like I was defending my generation. I had to not just prove I was as good as Rick Blade, but prove I was better. And we didn't really get a chance to see which way that was going to go, but yeah.
So, leading up to where everything goes off the wall and everything, did you feel like you were in a spot in that match where you could have walked out a double champion?
I always think I'm in a spot in any match to walk out the winner, no matter what position I'm in. So yeah, absolutely.
So Pat, I'm just wondering, how does Tiny factor in to your training regimen there?
This funny you say that. Tiny actually does factor into my training regimen slightly. I go on a mile walk a day with her, so that's how I get my steps in. And it is literally written into the routine with right after the workout. I'll get my protein shake and I'll go walk the dog for a mile and get those steps in.
For those who don't know, Tiny is awesome.
Tiny's really the star of the show. Let's just keep it real here.
Absolutely.
Tiny gets some of the biggest pops at all the shows, to be perfectly honest.
Of course. How couldn't you pop for her?
Back to the wrestling. I know Rick Blade, he is a generation above you, and you felt that there was a need to almost defend generationally against him. After the match, do you feel that there's really that much of a difference between the generations and how they approach it?
Yes and no. On like a more broad level, no. But I do think people from my generation are, I don't want to say thinking about things a little deeper, but like maybe dissecting things. There's just so much wrestling out there that a lot of people lean into so many different categories, whereas back in those days you kind of had what you could get your hands on, and that became like your niche. Or like maybe we actually had a conversation, me and Rick Blade, where he told me he would wrestle at CZW like regularly once a month, but like in between those months sometimes there's like gaps where it's like just show to show, and then he has a couple weeks between the shows, and they're killing themselves on these shows, so it's like they kind of need that time to recover. That might be a little bit more of the difference too. Guys back then maybe went in a little harder in a different sense, where they were willing to put more on the line, and I think not as many people in my generation are willing to fully dive in like that. But I think the upper echelon of us are. And I think that's why I felt like I needed to defend that, because I felt like people that view his generation so much harder than ours and so much more intense, and with good reason. But there's still people like me, there's still people that bring it, and you know, I gotta defend, I gotta show what's up.
So, do you think there's any chance of a sort of mentor-mentee relationship possibly here starting up between you and Blade?
I mean, I always listen to any advice that anyone's got to give me, you know? I definitely look up to Rick Blade in terms of his experience in the business. I think he's got a lot that he could offer me knowledge-wise. But we'll see where that goes, you know?
Yeah. Obviously, you started this match as adversaries in the ring, and as fate would have it, you wound up being allies eventually here.
Yeah, we get the run-in from Face and Declan Grant interrupting the match with the manager of champions, Skills the Great, with them. And now we do know that at the last show you came out to make the save after everything happened. I believe that was the last show.
Mhm.
Or was it the show before for SPO?
One of them.
A lot of wrestling. But yeah, and I will say one thing. I would love to see you and Rick in tag team competition after what I saw this past weekend.
Hey,
Maybe you each
maybe
get 2
we'll
belts?
go that way. I think we're both kind of busy with
Yes.
our own belts. It would be a little selfish of us to not defend our own belts, but maybe in the future.
Hey, I'm just saying, if you guys are that good and you got all the
Hey,
gold,
right?
that you're standing at the top of the mountain. That's all I'm saying. Everybody's chasing you. You're not chasing
That's fair.
nobody.
That's fair. We take the tag belts too. Leave them with nothing.
The more gold, the better, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, so you guys having a fantastic one-on-one match. As I mentioned, Declan Grant, Face comes out with Skills the Great. And we know that Face has had issues with both. You and Rick have had both matches with him. You took Face to the limit in what was a fantastic World Championship match. The next show after that, Rick was able to finally knock him off that pedestal, get the World Championship. So and then Declan Grant came out challenging Rick Blade to a match. So a lot of this was them being jealous that this wasn't their moment, I feel like, and coming out interrupting your match. Was this just something to where you and Rick looked at each other, was like, we're not going to let these guys do this, so we can't just leave here with giving the fans something that was something of a no contest?
No, yeah. I mean, the way I looked at it is me and him were getting jumped by the same people. It's time to stop our match. Just stopped. I heard the bell, so I don't have any reason to fight him anymore. Time to fight these dudes that are jumping us for no reason. And you can call it jealousy. You can call it them feeling like they, should have been there, should have had that spotlight. But at the end of the day, they ruined what was going to be a great match, a great title unification. But it does bring us to, I don't know if you guys have seen while you've been on the air, there's been a match announcement for
I saw there
25th.
was
Or October
tease
25th.
for one tonight. But who was your tag team partner has been already announced for a match, which I will talk about a little bit later on the show. But if something new has been announced,
Yes, sir.
So breaking news.
Let's let Pat tell us about it.
Yeah, Pat, tell us about this. Breaking news.
Hey, October 25th, Halloween street fight. Pat Dynamite, Declan Grant.
Yeah.
Wants to stick his nose in my business. Let's see what he wants. Let's see what he's about.
Let's go.
I was just about to ask if there was anyone that you were going to be calling out after this whole fiasco happened, and there we have it. Declan
Oh,
Grant.
yeah. Big time.
Now, is this also going to be for the Skywalker Championship?
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
So it's an official defense.
All right, breaking news here.
So with that being another defense for you, that's got to amp you up even higher for this match, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a defense, and it's, we already beat him, but it's another chance to get my hands on one of the guys that messed up my world title opportunity, my second world title opportunity. Say that 5 times fast.
Wow, that is huge news at the moment. October 25th at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy in Mount Holly for the Silver Skywalker Championship. Pat Dynamite defending against Declan Grant.
This is already starting to look like an amazing show.
Yes, sir. I think I have a little more glimpses behind the scenes, but I think this show's shaping up to be even better than the last one.
Excellent. Can't wait to see it.
But then, by the way, also, if you follow Pat Dynamite on Instagram, I believe it's at Pat Chestnut is your handle for that?
The handle is just Pat Dynamite. Pat
Dynamite.
Chestnut's like what's going to come up on the actual page.
Okay. He has some videos posted of a Metal Gear-esque thing that he's doing, and also on YouTube, if you follow him on there, he has video logs that the most recent one talks about the event we're talking about now.
Yes, sir.
Any future appearances or anything that you would like to put out there at the moment?
Next Thursday, I'm going to be at RCBC for Dog.
Nice.
The show starts at noon. I've never wrestled at a college before, and a young, dumb, and broke, so that's kind of funny.
What campus is that? Do you know off the top of your head?
Mount Laurel?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that sounds right.
Yep. Mount Laurel, right on Route 38.
Yeah, so that'll be cool. Big Billy Gold is also going to be there. He's going to be defending the Mawa Championship.
Open challenge, I do believe I saw.
I think so, yeah. And then I've got Constant Wrestling on the 18th. I'm going to be in a scramble match. And then, the 25th.
Right back in Mount Holly.
Right back at Mount Holly. And then the 15th, back at Mawa in Summerdale. So that's like my next month and a half or so.
If you are near any of these places, I do highly recommend going. Pat Dynamite is an amazing competitor in that ring, and you will not be disappointed with anything you see from him. I've never seen a disappointing Pat Dynamite match.
Oh, no.
Facts.
I appreciate that.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight.
Best of luck against Declan Grant.
Hey, absolutely.
By the
Thank
way,
you guys.
Yeah, by the way, before you leave, I would just I would like to play the clip of the end of this match because you used a finisher I haven't seen you use before. And which is why this ending segment, I think you and Rick would make a fantastic team. So here you are.
The blade just shrugs it off.
Did I go up? Nope, I didn't go far enough.
That's
on me.
That's us both dying.
Yeah, I didn't go far enough. There we go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely did.
This is for after facing, and who was the referee? Kid Legend, PWU original.
Yes.
Fist fighting the referee. What's up with this dude?
Face is just a beast. He is.
He knew he was gonna lose, and so he had to skirt out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to cause some issues between him and Kid Legend. I feel like there's something that's going to have to happen there.
Yeah, big time.
And the realization hits in on Declan.
As they're looking at it on the nice Tron on that entranceway. But just this nice ending Tron here.
Yeah.
I don't know what he calls this, but I call it the murder death bomb.
I like that, and
Yeah.
I will run with that.
Yeah, the murder death bomb. Here we go.
There it is.
So,
What are you calling
just
that, Pat?
Oh, dude, everyone who steals that move keeps the name the same. Come on.
Okay, there you go.
come on, you can't put your own twist on it. Come on, man.
I feel like it's almost cornier to try to rename something that everyone already knows. You know.
You know what?
fair.
That's
Come on, the
fair.
dynamite drop.
It's the go to dynamite, the boom to sleep. Like,
Which I would like to say you pulled off fantastic.
Yeah.
It looked crisp and it looked like the knockout blow that it was.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's definitely the move going forward.
Oh,
do
we do have somebody, the Dynamite. I
Dynamite.
actually
That ain't
like
bad,
that.
actually.
The
That ain't
DKM.
Oh man.
So I do have a tag team idea name for you and Rick Blade if you do decide to do anything going forward. Explosive Edge.
Okay. Yes. That's what we'll do. You'll get 5% royalties.
I appreciate that.
Hey man, we're still waiting for you to have a T-shirt for us to buy. All right.
Right.
Hey, we're gonna get them.
It's coming.
We're gonna get them.
I was
like a year and a
promised
half I've
expensive.
been thinking about that.
But yes, again, thank you for joining us today. It was an honor to have you here, and I would love to have you back on sometime for a full sit-down interview.
Hey, absolutely. Just let me know when. Thank you for having me.
Yes,
Thank you.
you have yourself a good night, brother.
You too.
Yeah.
Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, that was your Silver Skywalker champion, Pat Dynamite.
Wonderful to have him here. He's a great person. Love seeing him compete.
And as it was announced, the breaking news, Pat Dynamite versus Declan Grant for the
Halloween street fight.
for the Silver Skywalker Championship, October 25th, Pro Wrestling Star Academy.
How dare
In
them
Mount
drop the
Holly,
match
New
announcement
Jersey.
while we're live?
So
I think that's perfect.
So,
Yeah,
you
it worked
know,
out.
I'm going to be honest. Right before we went live, I saw a post teasing it, and I just hadn't had the chance to look yet. And and the post said 8 o'clock. It was not 8 o'clock yet, so I hadn't gone to look. But, ladies and
here
gentlemen,
we are just after 8 o'clock.
as you can see, we had a couple surprises lined up tonight. We had a
did.
couple more in planned, but something
Unlike another
That's fine.
show.
But something timing wasn't able to
we
be
were in the
worked
middle
out.
of that match with Rulo, Big Billy
Yes,
Gold.
but first, we must
first.
call this for what it is.
Let's call it.
For the one-on-one match between Rick Blade and Pat Dynamite, you both picked
Yes.
Rick Blade to walk
I
out
did.
as a double champion. Where I,
Yes.
on the other hand, called a no contest.
You did. You did.
And as such, I am the only one awarded a point for that match finish.
Although Rick Blade did win his match.
Oh,
Half a point.
but here's the thing. We had, just like before, we really had no idea. And we probably should have discussed this one too. We might do
Yeah.
that here on the air. We will see when we swing back around for the final tally.
That's fine.
But, so, after, let's get back to where we were. The Big Billy Gold and Rulo finish.
Yes.
Big Gold wins.
Yep.
And then we have Mark Angel, who was scheduled for an open challenge anyway.
Yep. Yeah,
Come
he,
out, and instead of waiting for somebody to answer the challenge, he himself, as a PWU original, and this being the grand return of PWU, comes out and essentially challenges Big Billy Gold to a match.
Not essentially. He does challenge Big Billy Gold to a match.
And
He says pick on someone closer to your size and steps into the ring. I think that's challenging him to a match.
Yeah. And he was pretty much getting the best of Big Billy Gold for a good portion of this match. I mean, you got to figure Gold has been going through a match with Rulo, who was desperately trying to do all he could to survive that match against Big Billy Gold. But that had to tire him out on some level at least. So Mark Angel, you think, has at least that advantage coming into this match. And he was doing all he could to try and win this thing. So, and it seemed like he had a pretty decent shot at winning this thing until he didn't.
Yeah, which was the really interesting twist to this.
It was.
Out of nowhere, after, I guess if you can't beat him, join him, because Rulo helps Big Billy Gold win this match. But,
yeah, their comments afterwards, that seemed to be pretty much exactly what Rulo discovered.
Absolutely. There was, let's see if I can find the timestamp here for it so I can bring it up. Yeah, even Big Billy Gold after that had a little bit choice of words, which leads to Mark Angel, as they're leaving, gets on the mic, and we find out that it seems like possibly on October 25th, we could see Rulo and Big Billy Gold versus the
BJ's favorite tag team,
World Order, the CWO.
I can't wait.
Looks like it's heading that way, and yeah, I'm here for it.
We haven't quite seen the official match graphic yet, so
That's why I said possibly.
Yeah, but he announced it.
Let's see. And oh, that's my ear. Hit the wrong thing there.
Yeah, try not to hit your ear, especially when there's headphones on it.
Well, you see, sometimes things happen. So, let's see. Get there. No. Let's see. I think this is it here. Oh, no, that's still...
Hooks the leg.
Yep, and that's where Rulo pulls Mark Angel off of Big Billy. Just screws him out of the match.
She is the owner.
Jump too far there.
Billy Gold there. Language from
Ah!
No! CW. No! CW. No! 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 Let us go!
Lavari's not happy when it comes to cream, apparently. He likes his coffee black.
No. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that tag team match and seeing how that plays out.
I just want to see the PWO back in action.
And then after that match, there was a short intermission for refreshments.
Well, no, after that match, we had our whole Angel Orsini came out.
Well,
and then we had the presentation to Mercedes of the letter of intent to induct her into the Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame. Mercedes and Tasha have their match. Tasha gets the win thanks to a little bit of interference from the Gumar there, and she puts the entire division on notice right here on our show. After that, we had our intermission, and after we came back, what do we have there?
Well, at the end of the intermission, if you had been back at your seat, which I hope you were, we still have more stuff going on. We have our ring announcer, Eric Stevens, who did a fantastic job ring announcing, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Bring out Amadeus. Let me see if I can get this lined up here. If you'd like to talk about it for a moment.
The conductor of the new federation.
So, we'll watch this clip real quick since it was the end of intermission. So, here you go.
In conjunction with Pro Wrestling Star Academy and Action Pack Pro, I would like to introduce the formation of a brand new wrestling company. Can I do that for you guys?
Yes. Also, the announcement of SSP.
Super Strong Pro Heavyweight Wrestling. Now, there are some people out here I'd like to introduce. One of the heads of Action Pack Pro and the new Super Strong Pro Commissioner. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Amadeus.
Some people really enjoy this song.
Scott Holiday here with Michael, and Michael has brought me a cotton candy. Thank you very much, Michael.
That is delicious. That's delicious. Nana's cotton candy, all the proceeds benefiting Runs Sanaya Run, which helps any family with a child with special needs.
And I would also like to introduce one of two owners of Super Strong Pro Wrestling. This gentleman is an ECW original, Junior Olympic Heavyweight Champion. He is Iron Man Tommy Cairo!
True legend in the business right there. So much knowledge.
Oh, I understand. And the other owner is this guy. Thank you. And for those of you who forgot, I am the heavy metal rabbi, your minister of WrestleMania, Eric Friggin Stevens. Thank you so much. So, without further ado, I would like to play a little intro
All right, bring us
to
back.
Super Strong Pro Heavyweight Wrestling.
This might be a minute.
All right, so yeah, this is where they go into the video package talking
very
about the new
ominous.
federation.
Eventually.
Eventually, yes.
There it is.
This guy.
All right, so after all of that ceremony, and we go into the video package for SSP and announce their show on December 7th at Mount Holly, we get into the next match there.
There we go.
Yeah, with no music.
Yeah, whatever mark that was, controlling that.
All right. Well, we don't need to see that whole thing.
Well, I would like to promote the SSP because it's also
Okay.
at the school. And they do talk at one point once they realize there's no music. But this promotion will be a promotion of all super
Wrecking.
heavyweights. Wrecking Ball Legursky being one of them. And then
Yeah.
somebody we have already talked about. Can't really tell who that is. And then Boom Harden. But yeah, there's a bit more after this that happens.
Yep.
But I'll get us back here at the moment.
Yes. Yeah. No need to sit there watching a silent film.
So what's this promotion called again? SSP? What's that stand for?
Yes.
No
idea.
Super Strong Pro, I believe.
Okay.
All right, so let's move on to the next match there.
I was going to say, because there is also a little bit of a promo thing after that, with Amadeus being himself, you
Well,
know.
yeah. Of
But
course.
yeah, let's see. Where are we at here? Let me bring back up my list here. I think we've almost talked about everything.
We've
Almost.
got
Almost.
The triple threat.
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
we've got
the
triple threat to talk about.
Yes, we do have the triple threat. You are right. So go ahead. One of you guys can take the lead on that.
DJ.
Well, Lucky makes his way out to the ring. Great seeing Lucky. We used to see him at the first couple Firehouse shows at SPO, and then he disappeared for a while. but
Yeah.
it's great to see him back in action. Not that he hasn't been in action, but you know,
We haven't been seeing him.
yeah. And someone else take it because I cannot remember the two other guys' names.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter who the two other guys were. They put on a good show, but Lucky, he just was himself. He just
Yep.
put on his old dominating performance, and yeah, he just took care of the problem.
And so he tripped.
It was Lucky.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, now I'm brain farting. One moment.
Yeah. Okay, like I said.
So Lucky tripped over-
Stife and Houdini.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Lucky tripped over the floor mat right in front of Chef.
Yeah.
And did a whole like thing, you know, because Lucky
cursed it
tripped
out.
over things.
Yeah,
and,
he wasn't
and,
the first guy. He wasn't the last guy. to
And I
trip over that
felt
all night.
absolved because I tripped over that like 6 times.
Yeah.
So I felt better about it.
That mat was a problem for everybody. But yeah, Lucky just came out. There was no way he was going to let these relative newcomers win this thing. He came out, he did what he does, and he left in a hurry because he had other places to be, better things to do. And then after that, we moved on to another match that we've already discussed, thanks to our guester just now, Pat Dynamite. Him and Rick Blade had their match interrupted, and they wound up in a tag match against Declan and Face with Skills in that corner. It was that was a fun match, great match, and that brought us to our main event.
Which, all right,
Backseats Collide.
And from what we could all tell, not only was there not a person not paying attention to this match, it seemed like every person that was in the locker room came out to watch this match. There was nowheres to stand. Like, everybody's eyes were on the Backseats Collide with JP Grayson taking on Johnny Cashmere. New Backseat versus OG Backseat. And boy, this match went from just being a normal one-on-one match to a Falls Count Anywheres match. And when we say Anywheres, this match went outside the building.
Which was when my eyes were no longer on the match because there was 70 people in between me and the match.
Yeah, I was able to follow the wave of the action out the door and then back in the door. So I was able to catch the whole thing the entire time.
I'm glad I was where I was because I was there for the ending.
Just as an idea, it really gave me those Hardcore Holly, Al Snow, pay-per-view hardcore title match.
From back in the day where
90s,
anything could
like
happen.
98, 99. Like, to the point that there was a slam onto air conditioning ducts that just happened to be outside the building. Grading the fence.
Yep.
This match had it all. And even a couple really fantastic
vertical suplex onto the merch table.
The building just couldn't contain this one. Everything was in play. So many just random, like, one use, like, here's a water bottle.
Yeah.
They hit each other with everything, on everything, in everything, around everything.
Yeah. And I couldn't help but notice at the beginning of the show when I walked into the building that there was some bright orange scaffolding over along one wall there. I was like, that's suspicious. Wonder why that's over there. Oh, we found out. We found out in a big bad way as JP and Johnny climbed up there, and JP puts Johnny into the unprettier position, and sure enough, right off of that scaffold.
Well, I'm working up a clip at the moment. All right, here we go. So here's one moment. Oh, wait, I gotta make sure I do it over here.
And just let me remind everyone, we're going to be posting, as the next few days go on, we'll be posting clips and pictures on our Instagram.
Social medias and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So make sure you follow us at BJ and DG Talk Wrestling on Instagram, Here, obviously, on YouTube
YouTube.
and on Twitch as well.
Yep.
Just to throw that up there real quick so everybody can see it.
Follow our individual ones too. You know,
Yeah,
you
do
got
that. Yeah.
Nah, don't,
DJ
don't
Drinks
do
Beer
that.
up there. You got the
Yeah.
Danger Ginger one over there, and Chef _the_ ref right here.
And so here is a moment, one of many from this match.
Oh, listen to that impact trash.
Yeah, this was after we came back from inside.
Turns it around,
Good
head
stuff.
first in that
This is
silver
also
steel
after the
chair.
suplex on
Into
the
cover.
merch tables, right?
Yeah, yep. They had
Cashmere
worked
with
their
the
way back to
opportunity
the
right
ring
now.
from that whole area.
Yeah, you'll see me in the way of the camera when they go.
Is he thinking? What's he thinking?
Pile driver on the chair.
Oh, he's going to try to end JP right here. Pile driver!
I think Johnny took just as much damage from that spot as JP did.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that you would have thought right there the match was over. Like pile driver on a steel chair.
Oh,
We've seen the damage that move can do.
Oh yeah. Oh, JP kicked out.
That he did. And now you bring up a moment here. So let's watch the moment where things now have drastically changed for the back seats completely. Here you are.
Yep.
Grayson kicks out. Grayson kicks out.
Oh wait, I went on the wrong screen. That's on me. I don't like how small this is.
Hey, look who it is. This is
A wild Danger Ginger has appeared.
there we go. There's
There's
me.
a platform for seating.
Hair tucked in the hat in disguise.
Brain Buster into the cover. Only two. What is it going to take to put JP Grayson away?
There, get out of the way.
About 10 other people.
Well, Johnny wants to do this alone.
Just real quick in the chat, Big Billy Gold.
Face.
What is up?
Welcome,
Johnny
sir.
Cashmere completely stunned.
Welcome, champ.
He doesn't know what he's going to have to do. And now he's grabbing
Yes.
that
Here it
scaffolding.
comes.
That is one responsible ref,
mean,
I
that
must say,
scaffolding,
moving those
that's
chairs.
The whole
Oh, he's a pro.
signage
Yeah.
To painter scaffolding. They-
Hey, he's trying to
They're not
minimize
secure.
damage to the wrestlers.
Sturdy at all. You can't stand.
Maybe we
Pull
should.
out
Maybe
direct-
he should have moved the scaffolding.
Johnny! No, that's my brother! Don't you do that! Don't you do that, Johnny!
Oh, there it is.
Grace,
Oh,
Kevin Grace
That'll
is
even it up.
distracting him. A
yeah.
low blow, but JP's got the arms captured. Off the top of the scaffold. He got him.
Bring him back!
Now, just real quick, just really quick, before
Really quick.
we show some more.
What's that? What is that?
One moment.
What's happening?
I'm not sure what's happening there.
We're already gonna get
So,
you right.
Yeah. So we had the ending of the match there where Johnny just gets taken out by JP off of the scaffolding. We get the 3 count off of there. Tommy's distraction obviously was enough for JP to, just do what he had to do. And I'll admit I was wrong. I thought that Johnny, this match was his environment.
I
But
called
I
Johnny
think-
too, I believe.
Yeah, but I think JP pretty much staked his claim to that backseat name.
Yeah,
at
but
that point,
but there is more that happens that precedes this match.
or follows the match.
Yes, follows the match. That is correct. It's been a long weekend and everything. I'm still recovering. But here we go.
Oh, this
Because
gets
as you
dark.
heard, as the match ended, you hear Tommy Grayson on the microphone telling Johnny to stop.
And your winner, JP Grayson!
JP Grayson.
Give me a goddamn chair. Do it.
Language is going to get a
Tommy's
little
asking for a
blue
chair,
here,
we're
I
not
think.
done.
Yes.
Cut the goddamn music. I want you to remember this, Johnny. I want you to remember this loud and clear. You caused this. You are the cause of all of the pain and the suffering in your pathetic life. And JP and I are sick and tired of being the black cloud over the backseat boys. We no longer need you, Johnny. And as a matter of fact, we never did. We took the Backseat Boys to new levels and new heights. And this is the beginning of a new era. The new Backseat Boys era. Best believe, when he comes back to all the fucking tag teams, especially you, Shot Callers,
Ow.
best believe y'all are all on notice, and you guys have nothing. I'm gonna tell you right now. Best believe when he comes back, you're looking at the next SPO PWU Tag Team Champions. Beat his ass, JP. Do it.
They're trying to end the career of Johnny Cashmere right now. And again.
Wait, who's this?
Boom.
Who's that guy?
That's Helter Skelter.
Hold on.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, which is very interesting as well. Who is also another PWU original.
Yep.
Someone's got to stop this.
Plus the leg, and he's still going
Hey,
after Johnny.
There's nobody here to fucking save you.
All right, Tommy, way to ruin our PG-13 rating.
Yeah, we're straight to hard R now.
The new Backseat
Whoa,
Boys
hey now.
standing tall.
Rick.
Rick Blade's out here.
Rick. Rick. Unlike this pathetic waste of space, I still like you. So I suggest, if you don't want to wind up where he is, you better step the fuck away.
Jeez, Tommy.
Yeah,
Hey,
I told you the language is going to get a little blue in this segment.
Yeah.
Let alone at this point, my niece, who was in attendance, is insanely crying.
Before him,
Yeah.
you were the Graysons. Who the hell knew who the Graysons were? You take on the name of the Backstreet Boys? Good? Whatever.
You don't even know what the hell you're talking about, Rick Blade. What?
The only thing I see in front of me is two backseat bitches. Now,
Rick
since
calling
only
you
one
how
of
he
you
sees
can
it.
actually walk, Ronald, me and you do this next month.
What do you say? Enough of this talk. Because we can settle this right here, right now. Do you want to do that, Rick Blade? I don't think so. I don't think you want to do that. But how about this? How about October 25th? You and I go one-on-one for that Trent Acid Skywalker Gold title. What do you say? Why don't you put your money where your mouth is, Rick effing Blade?
Oh, JP, it would be my pleasure to kick your ass.
And there you have it. You already know my pick for that match.
You just called your brother a cripple?
Listen, if he were medically clear tonight, best believe he would be whipping your ass. So how about you walk to the back and you do the right thing? What do you say?
You know what? I'll let you have this because you did beat Johnny, and Johnny's a hell of a competitor, and you are too. So it's going to be my absolute honor to kick your ass and get well soon, DSP.
And there you go. And it is made official for the SPO PWU World Championship.
Made
it will be
earlier today.
Actually, I think this was announced
23 hours ago.
Oh yeah, yesterday. So yeah, I thought.
Yeah, I was right.
Yeah, I don't know. Everything's blurred together at this point.
Actually,
it will be Rick Effin Blade defending his world championship against J.P. Grayson.
Hell yes.
And a lot happens during that couple minutes. We see Helter Skelter come out, and with a white envelope, which at some point I have seen on social media, we will find out what was in that white envelope.
Maybe
now, when it comes to scoring on choosing the winners of this match, Shep, as he has said earlier, picked Johnny. Myself and BJ chose JP and chose correctly. Yes,
you did pick
we
JP.
both chose.
I'm the only
JP.
one that took Johnny.
So, out of everything that has happened throughout this show, myself and BJ have tied, and just like his Giants and currently my Cowboys, we're at the bottom of the division. He's at the bottom of the division.
Man, why you got to bring football into this? We were talking lovely wrestling show that we were at, and you got to bring football into this.
Hey, at least I brought up how much my team sucks, too. Why the Eagles, it took 2 blocked field goals and a 300-pound man running 18 miles an hour with a blocked field goal to win the game, you know. But anyway, neither here nor there. Yeah, we could talk about that some other time, on some other show, on some other place. But yes, so I guess that would make me and BJ the champion. So would that make us a tag team champion?
I am the tag team champion.
Well, you know, I know a place that has a couple rings where we can settle that. That's all I'm saying. But anyway,
that was our show.
Also, I was given from a certain one of the higher ups who texted me during this show. I won't say who, but keep an eye out on SPO social media tomorrow. There will be a third match for October 25th announced.
Nice.
So, keep an eye out for that. And
definitely.
When it breaks, definitely keep an eye out here on the channel because we will cover it. So, starting with you, BJ, any final thoughts about this show? Anything you would like to say?
The school, the Star Academy, is a great place to see a show. It definitely has that like studio feel to it. You'd feel, you know, it's a nice intimate environment. We've been to the last couple SPO shows at the casino, and that, like, while it was a great place to see a show, I like the feel of this place a little better. It does have some stuff, you know, that needs to be worked out, but then again, this show wasn't supposed to happen here to begin with, and it was a little bit rushed. So all around, like, the building is amazing, the space is amazing. As far as the actual show itself, I mean, just there wasn't a bad match. There was so much happening. Every match was just amazing. Honestly, I gotta say, including all of the SPO, because SPO is kind of rolled into PWU, that show I've been to, as far as in that bubble. Just amazing, and I can't wait until October 5th, and I can't wait to see what happens in the future.
So, what was your match of the night?
Unfortunate ending, but Dynamite Blade.
All right, Chef, final thoughts and your match of the night as well.
All right. Yeah, this show definitely lived up to the hype. It was everything I wanted to see out of the show. From top to bottom, all the competitors definitely came in. They brought it. They gave their all. They tried their best. Even the ones that fell short, and the people who were victorious were gloriously so. This was a fun spot to see a show. It's a fun promotion. I definitely will be back. I can't wait for the next one. And as far as my match of the night, I have to go with that main event. That Falls Count Anywhere match between JP and Johnny was absolutely bonkers. I'm not sure what I witnessed for half of it because I was running back and forth trying to follow the action. And it was just an amazing sight. I'm just so glad I was able to experience that the way I did.
Awesome. And then I guess it is now my turn.
Sure.
As I've said, and I believe I said it to you guys during intermission and everything, it really does feel like that old WCW Saturday Night Wrestling style.
Yeah.
You know, a small, intimate amount of people, and you just feel everything that's happening in the energy. Like, that energy, if there were beams that shot out like lasers, all the energy would have been shining out the building the entire time. I'm surprised that building even has a roof on it still.
Yeah.
And as I said at the top of the show, everybody from the people working in the back to the talents to the cameraman, everybody, the fans especially, because without the fans, none of this is even possible, or for us to even be here doing what we do. You know, I just want to say thank you. It was a great show, and I look forward to many, many more in that building. And hopefully, maybe eventually moving on to something bigger, or maybe just something happening. You know, maybe that building magically gets bigger. Who knows? Also, my match of the night, I am in agreement with Chef, was definitely Johnny and JP. And as I said when we started talking about it, you could turn around and see every person that was in the back standing at the curtain, following the action outside, following the action all the way to the scaffolding and back. Just real quick, in the chat, Tara, JP show he is the best backseat boy. But did he, though? He had, even though I get it's Falls Count Anywhere, is no disqualification, it took a distraction from Tommy, his brother, for him to hit that low blow on Johnny and then to do what they did after the match. You know, I don't think that necessarily proves he's the best, but it does prove something that he was able to beat Johnny at his own game. Because we know these no disqualification matches and stuff like that, that is his wheelhouse 100%.
Yeah.
And JP knew that, which is why the distraction was needed for him to secure the win, in my opinion.
Fair game.
And I might catch some heat for that, but that's okay. The Danger Ginger can handle the heat.
I just wanted to mention, number 2, obviously, in my opinion, was Johnny JP. My third favorite, and I have to give this match the props it deserves, Mercedes and Tasha.
Yes, that was my number 2.
Show and became
If it wasn't for the Johnny and JP match and everything that went on there, that was going to be my match of the night.
It's kind of like when we watch one of those shows, like for other companies, like the big pay-per-views or whatever, where you're just like, every match on the card was great. Or on any show where you're like, how do I choose a favorite match? Or you get to the back end of the card and it's just banger after banger after banger.
Okay, it was a very tight gradient for the quality on all these matches.
And that's also the pre-show. Like, the pre-show really set the stage for what was to come in the main show later. And as I said, every person that went out there, win, lose, or draw.
Yeah. Or no contest.
You know, they really went out there and gave it their all. They put on a show for us fans.
Yes.
And all I can say for that also is thank you. Like, absolutely, wasn't even banger after banger at this point. It was just one big banger. It was just hit after hit after. It's like watching a baseball game and you're just in one inning and they've gone through the lineup twice somehow.
Also,
go ahead.
I just wanted to mention the show felt like it was the perfect length for an indie show.
Yes, I do agree with that. It felt very spaced out as well. Like we had time to breathe and take on what happened beforehand. Just and to all the sponsors that were part, Little Shop of Pizza from Lumberton. You know, we had Nana's Cotton Candy there. Yeah, Tone Love had performed Rick Blade out to the ring as Lavari did Billy Gold. You know, our musical performances, which were absolutely excellent. You know, I'm really hoping Jimmy Kimmel answers this challenge and we get Jimmy Kimmel versus Lavari in that building, because
Not
that
holding
would
my
be
breath, but that would be cool.
Hey, I can will it into the universe. That's all I'm saying. All right, we've seen me will easier things into the universe. Let me take on this challenge. Yes, Rick. I see you, Rick. I see you. But yes, I'm looking forward to the next show and the many more that will be held in this building afterwards.
I just got to figure out what my costume's going to be.
There you go.
Coming,
Yes.
people.
October 25th, the Pro Wrestling Star Academy, PWU Haunted. And, of course, in 2 or 3 short weeks, you will be able to join us here again for a preview show, previewing that entire event. And just like tonight, we will also do a review show for it. But yes, again, thank you to everybody that watched tonight. Thank you to everybody that put on a great show, from the Pro Wrestling Star Academy guys to the PWU guys, the APP talents. It was absolutely amazing. There wasn't an empty seat in that house, and it was just the first show. It was the grand opening of that building. Everybody involved should be very proud of themselves for what they did this past Saturday. And I expect it to be bigger and better on October 25th. And I'm going to be honest, especially when it comes to SPO, we have always said this. The last show was bigger than the show we just saw. It seems to be an ongoing trend still. And even with SPO now becoming PWU, that trend continues.
And although PWU's home is the Pro Wrestling Star Academy, that's not the only place they're going to be.
No. At some point, we could be at other stuff. We'll see about those announcements as we go. But when it comes to coverage of PWU, make sure you follow us here at BJ and DG Talk Wrestling, here, Twitch, Instagram, because the next time we go live for this, most likely, this will also be live on Twitch simultaneously, because we are approaching that deadline quickly. But for me, the Danger Ginger, BJ, and Chef the Ref, thank you for the amazing show. Let's ring the bell and get the hell out of here. Where is it? There it is. Thank you, everybody. Put some good out there into the world. There's too much violence out there right now. And be good to each other. Do some good in the world. And we will see you this Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for another weekly episode of BJ and DG Talk Wrestling.
Everybody watching, I'm going to need you to visit www.freakkings.com. Check out all the merch. And before you do that, I'm going to need you to check out PJDG YouTube and Instagram. And while you're doing that, you won't have to remember the name, because you'll remember the face.